Hello, everybody. Thank you guys so much for tuning in and welcome to Autonomys Unveiled. This is our feature Q3 highlight event where there's a couple of things that we would love to walk you guys through. The project has reached a point right now where we are ready and we are taking the necessary steps to get us to go to market. And a lot of the things that we have been doing recently with the past couple of months has been to, number one, provide more visibility for the community. Number two, close up some of the existing programs that we have, including the Gemini Testnets, and also to kind of improve our overall mainnet brand identity. And as a result of this, what we will showcase to you guys today is a little sneak peek and preview of the updated rebranding that we have been working on in the background. And on top of that, as we approach mainnet, we also have an exclusive white paper preview that a couple of our team members will be sharing. So before we even get started, I want to take a moment to thank each and every one of you, whether you've been with us since 2021 or the beginning, or you're joining for the first time today to join us in this milestone for the project. We're very grateful for your support. We understand that we cannot build a network without our community. You guys are the backbone. You guys are what drives us to innovate, to what develop even more, and to just create a product that people want to use. So with that being said, we hope you guys enjoy what we have in store. And to kind of even, before we even start all this, I do want to quickly introduce our cast of very talented team members that makes this entire project what it is. So to quickly run through some of them, we have with us our COO, Todd. We have our head of partnerships, Parth. We have Sky, our head of people. We have Chris, our chief of staff. We have Daria, our head of protocol. We have Dr. Chen Feng, our head of research. And we have Jim, our head of ecosystem. These are all people that have contributed very deeply to the project. And these are people that we hope you guys will start to get to know a little bit more intimately over the next couple of months as we actually approach this mainnet phase. So without much further ado, it is my pleasure to introduce someone that you guys all know and love. Please welcome our head of ecosystem, Jim.
Thank you, Peter. Thanks for that great introduction there. So yeah, I'm really excited today. Welcome everyone to this momentous occasion. Today, we reflect on the incredible journey of the Gemini Testnet era, an era that laid the foundation for where we stand now. From its humble beginnings in 2022 to our bold strides forward in 2024, the community has been the steady heartbeat of this project, driving our shared mission of building a decentralized and resilient network. The road we've traveled has been filled with countless achievements, memories, and learning experience that have shaped what Autonomys is today. It's a moment to recognize the amazing contributions of our dedicated farmers who have been with us through every iteration, challenge, and breakthrough. Today, we're not just closing a chapter, we're celebrating the incredible journey we've shared during the Gemini era. Today, we celebrate you and the legacy we've created over the years. So with that said, let's take a few minutes to reflect on our beginnings, how far we've come over the last couple of years, and our ultimate goal, which is, of course, why we set off on this odyssey in the first place. So first up, let's take a moment to look back at where it all began. The Gemini testnet was never just about testing technology. It was about testing our philosophy and our vision. At its core, the Gemini era embodied a few fundamental principles that have guided us throughout. They are the philosophy behind our vision. Our vision being a truly decentralized network that could solve the problems we saw with other chains and be a platform to change the world for the better. We believe that decentralization is best achieved through mass participation and contribution. Our mission was to create a network that anyone could be a part of, lowering the barriers for farmers to join and ensuring that our community could contribute regardless of their financial, technical, or geographical backgrounds. This is core to us and demonstrated through examples of our commitment, such as enabling farming on commodity hardware, ensuring the process is as easy as possible with space acres, and ongoing efforts to provide documentation and user experience in as many languages as possible. Autonomous is designed for broad participation, ensuring almost anyone can contribute. We believe that true autonomy thrives on connectivity. Autonomy and connectivity are inseparable. One cannot exist without the other. True autonomy is achieved through the connections between people and technology. For harmony, contributors must stay connected to one another, the network, and of course, the mission. This interconnectedness drives participation and fuels collaboration, innovation, and a shared sense of purpose. We have symbols rooted in humanity. Since the beginning of time, we've looked to the sky for guidance, driving exploration, philosophic inspiration, and discovery. From the get-go, we've infused human-centric values and symbology into our network. The use of these symbols in our naming conventions remind us that autonomous is about more than just technology. It's a human endeavor to realize human potential, which leads me to this next point. We are delivering a future-ready infrastructure. There's a famous quote attributed to Henry Ford in regard to motor vehicles. He said, "If I had asked people what they wanted, they would have said faster horses." This encapsulates everything we have embodied since our inception. In that very same spirit, the autonomous infrastructure is designed with a dual purpose. First, it supports vast present-day use cases, especially AI technologies, with truly decentralized, secure, and scalable solutions. Second, and perhaps more importantly, is built for the future. Our infrastructure is ready for innovations and technological advancements that society has yet to envision. These future breakthroughs have the potential to transform our world and become essential to everyday life. These principles weren't just ideas on a slide. They were the foundation of every line of code, every community decision, and every milestone we achieved together. Over the past 3 years, the Gemini Testnet went through remarkable phases, each representing a significant milestone on our path to mainnet. Do you remember when we hit 30,000 nodes across 60 countries on Gemini 2? That wasn't just a number, it was proof that our vision of mass participation was possible. You, our community, made that happen, along with pledging 1.3 petabytes of storage to this early phase. In 2022, we also expanded our family by launching the Global Ambassador Program. It started with just a handful of members, but has grown over the years to almost 100 dedicated ambassadors based across the world. In 2023, our progress attracted the attention of industry leaders, raising 33 million from Pantera Capital, Coinbase Ventures, and Consensus Mesh. We also deployed our first public domain with the instantiation of Nova. This EVM runtime-based domain appeared on Gemini 3G and opened the door to us running the incredibly popular Stake Wars initiative, which saw over 1,000 operators and 3,000 nominators help us shake down staking and execution on Nova. Each of you who joined then helped shape what Autonomous is today. Moving on to 2024, this year, we didn't just grow, we evolved. With more than 10,000 farmers pledging over 150 petabytes in storage on Gemini 3H, we proved we could scale. And our rebrand to Autonomous? That was us embracing our true identity as the foundation for safe and secure decentralized AI. You were there every step of the way, providing feedback, testing limits, and believing in our shared vision. As we stand here today on the brink of our mainnet journey, let's remember, the past informs the present, and the present determines the future. The legacy we've built together, every bug report, every community discussion, every breakthrough, that's not just our history, it's the launchpad for our future. This legacy we've created together is what we carry forward into the mainnet era. It's the proof that we can achieve the impossible when we work together. It's the foundation of trust that will attract new farmers, builders, and users to our ecosystem. As we close the Gemini chapter, know that each of you has left an indelible mark on Autonomous. The mainnet we're about to launch isn't just the product of our team's work. It's the culmination of a community's dedication, creativity, and unwavering belief in a decentralized future. Thank you, truly, for being part of this journey. The Gemini era might be ending, but our story is just beginning. Let's carry this spirit of innovation, collaboration, and relentless optimism into the next exciting chapter of Autonomous. And now I'd like to bring back Peter, who's going to do everything he's doing, everything in his power to ensure that that legacy is strategically represented in every regard as we step into this next era.
Thank you so much, Jen. That was very epic. So that brings us back to this rebrand that we've been working on, guys. Essentially, kind of to tackle on what Jim just spoke about, I feel it would have been a little bit disingenuous of me to kind of take the existing brand of, previously Subspace Network and then Autonomous, and then create something completely different from the original design. I mean, if you look at branding, you look at the evolution of branding over the years, you take a corporation such as Apple, right? You take a look at Apple back in, the early 2000s when it was a very immature, kind of just an Apple logo. Over time, that branding has changed. It has evolved into kind of the mega corporation Apple that we know today. But at its very core, the feel of that brand, what it represents, the accessibility, the prestige, the exclusivity of that brand still remains. And what I wanted to do was pay homage to the evolution of Subspace Network as a project, to the recent rebrand into Autonomous as a project, and kind of capture that evolution, that growth, and bring us more a brand identity that is a lot more aligned with go-to-market. So one of the things that we've been working on is this updated brand identity. And shortly after this live stream, you will actually see this represented on our new website launch. It'll be coming very shortly. We're just in the final processes of technically making sure that everything is aligned on the back end, and you will see that represented. So if I can speak a little bit about the brand identity, you may have seen it represented so far across our socials on Twitter. If you guys follow us on Twitter, via this presentation right now, you may notice that a lot of us have a very similar background that we chose to utilize. And what we did was take a look at where we came from, right? I believe that a lot of the initial thought process that went through Subspace Network was brilliant, right? It had all of these core features of innovation. It had this kind of very nostalgic feel of breaking into the unknown, of this new frontier. It had these very structured nomenclature for naming conventions, Gemini, Taurus. It was very succinct. And what we wanted to do was not take away from that, but rather expand on that. So what we did was a uplift of the current brand identity and the tones that you guys see today, right? You have the light tones of purple and blue, which traditionally, historically have always represented prestige, not just for the technology, but for the people who have carried us this far. This is actually an homage to where we are now and where we are actually going. And as a part of this journey, as we reach our different phases, you can expect maybe potentially a little bit of a brand uplift as we reach each individual phase. And my philosophy behind kind of branding is that it needs to capture the feel of a project. It's more so than just the words on a paper or the color on an image. It's how does this brand make us feel when we think about it. And this is something that we've tried for a long time to do. The abstract round shapes that you see currently on the outer sides of our background reflect, almost our cellular structure, emphasizing that each one of us is part of a greater whole. We are Autonomous Network. We are autonomous, right? The fluidity and movement, once you start to see this being captured in motion design and motion video, symbolizes the constant and steady state of progression of human ingenuity. It's circular, right? We're all moving towards something. Each of us have a role, and we're all moving towards this ultimate goal that maybe we can't see right now, but we're all moving towards it together. And over time, that goal will manifest itself and become very obvious. And this is kind of the essence that we wanted to capture, this intricate merge between Web3 and AI 3.0. The highlights and shimmering accents mirror the way light plays across the cosmos, forever mesmerizing and inspiring us, forever, cementing us in eternity on chain within blockchain. And together, these elements speak curiosity when conveying elegance, sophistication, and deep humanity. So with that being said, you guys will see this new brand update again very shortly after this call, and we're very excited to unveil you guys what we've been working as this will take us into the next phase of the project. So moving on from brand identity, some of the things that we've been working on for quite some time in the background has actually been this new novel white paper that has been built on the old white paper, or the original Subspace white paper, rather. So while I've been very involved in the process of crafting the articulation of our brand identity, there are no people better suited to explain the significance and choices behind how we communicate the autonomous network brand as we move toward mainnet than the two authors of our next white paper. So if you guys can please share with me in welcoming our head of protocol, Daria, and our head of research, Chen, and you guys get a very sneak peek into the release of this new white paper.
Thank you very much, Peter. I love the new brand. It's some of my favorite colors. So behind that, I wanted to kind of step back a little bit and have a little more philosophical, a little more discourse into the vision that we're trying to achieve here. Myself and Chen being people of, of science and Renaissance and the visionary. The white paper is going to be coming out very soon. And the vision that we're trying to convey there is that building Autonomous as the foundation layer for AI 3.0 will allow us to redefine relationships between technology and humans and reshape the future of human potential, because artificial intelligence is no longer a dream. It's in our lives today, daily, and we have to deal with that. And here at Autonomous, we always choose an active stance to deal with things that are about our own future and about the future of our children and about the future of everybody else here. So as we approach this widespread integration of AI, we redefine what it means to be human. All of us do, in the world where now machines can suddenly think, they can learn, they can create, and of course it's up to discussion. They can create art, they can maybe appreciate art, maybe if still don't, they soon will. So the traditional boundaries between humans and machines are now blurring, and the advent of AI, the stage that we are now, presents with a lot of challenge and with a lot of extraordinary opportunities. The challenges are quite clear. It challenges existing socioeconomic structures. It pushes us to rethink how we approach work, how we approach education, how we approach social interaction. What do we believe? What do we see? But more importantly, the age of AI opens the doors to establish new paradigms. Establish new paradigms that could lead us to more equitable, more efficient, and more empowering future. So as a society, we are now at a crossroads. Are we going to create an AI-driven world that empowers people, or one that leaves us increasingly dependent, marginalized, and maybe ultimately replaced? So at Autonomous, we have made our choice, and we have committed to building a future that amplifies human potential rather than replacing it. We want to see a world where technology can enhance our capabilities, can expand our opportunity, and reinforce our human autonomy and agency. So this is why we have created Autonomous Network on the base of the legacy of the technology of the subspace network. It is a decentralized infrastructure stack designed for secure and sovereign collaboration between humans and AI that is accessible to everyone. So all you need to participate is an SSD on your laptop. I'm running it on my laptop. We have always deliberately chosen, to the point that Jim's made, to rely on a resource that is idle in surplus on everybody's computers and keeping it as permissionless and as open to anyone to participate as possible as that is the only way to create an equitable future, is to allow everyone to be a part of it. So we're not just building a network, not just blockchain, we are laying the foundation for AI 3.0, a future where humans can coexist and collaborate with AI, a future where your personal AI assistant on your phone and on your computer is not just a tool or 2 lines of code, it is a trusted partner that is in your daily life and decision-making process. And this future where AI can enhance your capabilities without compromising your privacy, without compromising your autonomy. A world where you can have full control over your data, a world where your AI personal agents work tirelessly to protect your interests, find your best decision, find your best information, and improving your life in every way as you want them to. In this future, since anyone can participate, they can participate in a global economy of ideas, the global economy of innovations, regardless of their geographical locations or their nationalities or their status of social economy. This is the future that we at Autonomous are trying to build right now, which makes me very excited. And we invite you to be a part of this journey. And this is the future. Something important is to understand that the future is not something that just happens. It is something that we can create. And with Autonomous, we are creating a future where AI doesn't replace us, but empowers us. A future where we don't fear technology, but harness it to reach new heights of human achievement and human greatness. The foundation for AI 3.0 is here. The future is autonomous, and that future starts right now with all of us. And this is the vision that we elaborate in the coming white paper. And so next, I'm going to pass over to Dr. Chen Feng to give you a rundown of all the amazing technology that makes this possible and makes us be able to achieve this.
Yeah, thanks, Daria. So, in one sentence, at Autonomous, we have built the network from first principles in order to simultaneously achieve security, scalability, and decentralization based on our multi-year original research. At its very core, our autonomous network leverages subspace, which is a novel storage-based consensus protocol that decouples consensus from execution. It turns out that this decoupling allows our network to independently scale transaction throughput and storage requirements. And this creates a fully decentralized blockchain with a very low barrier to participation. So this is, in our opinion, vital for decentralized AI or AI 3.0 we are talking about. In the very near future, we will be announcing the release of our white paper and the official Mainnet Phase-1 kickoff. That is, we will reveal our secrets very soon in our coming white paper. I cannot wait for this because, like as a professor at UBC, I have a tendency to talk for hours. Right? But today, I can only give you some highlights, and let's wait for the coming white paper. And from there, right, you will see our secrets, our multi-year original research, and how we made it happen and to achieve like these nice properties for AI use cases. Thank you to everyone who has been part of this journey so far. But it's a long journey, lots of fun, lots of exciting R&D and engineering like work, right? Many things, and you will get a feeling from our white paper. So while you are waiting for our official announcement, join the Genesis data contest.
Thank you, Dr. Chen. Yeah, so I'm going to talk a little bit on the Genesis data contest, but before I do, yeah, I just wanted to kind of hammer home how full of hope Daria's observations on our position make me feel. We're not passive. The future is not something that happens to us. Just to reuse her words, they really resonate with me. We're active there. And yeah, it's important, of course, to acknowledge that, as Dr. Chen said, where we are today is based on multi-year original research. There's very technical maths in the back end of the subspace protocol, and it reminded me of the first time I read the subspace white paper. I'm so excited that we're going to get to share the Autonomys white paper with you soon. I've read the drafts, and yeah, it's absolutely wonderful read. So yeah, you've got that to look forward to. But yeah, in the meantime, we can keep you occupied. Don't worry, with the Genesis data contest, which I'm going to talk about a little bit now, because Autonomous community, welcome to this groundbreaking moment in blockchain history. Today, we're not just talking about the future, we're inviting you to build it with us. Welcome to the Genesis Data Contest, your unprecedented opportunity to leave an indelible mark on the blockchain revolution. Imagine being able to point to a specific piece of data in a blockchain and say, that's mine, I put that there. Well, that's exactly what we're offering you today. This isn't just a contest, it's your ticket to blockchain immortality. Think about it. Your data could be one of the building blocks of the very first iteration of the network that's set to redefine how decentralized AI operates. To truly appreciate the magnitude of this moment, let's take a quick journey through blockchain history. Because in 2009, Bitcoin's Genesis block was created, embedding a message that questioned centralized banking and ignited the cryptocurrency revolution. That single block changed the course of financial history. Fast forward to 2015, when Ethereum's Genesis block came to life, introducing the world to smart contracts and opening up a universe of possibilities for decentralized applications. It wasn't just code, it was a paradigm shift. And now, in 2024, we stand at the precipice of another monumental leap forward. Autonomous is setting the stage for AI 3.0. And this time, it's not just a select few who get to be part of history. It's you. It's all of us. Together, we're crafting the foundation of a new era in decentralized artificial intelligence. The Genesis Data Contest is more than just a competition. It's a canvas for your ideas, a platform for your vision, and a gateway to eternity in the digital realm. Think about it. The data you submit could be the spark that ignites a future developer's imagination. It could be the cornerstone of applications we haven't even dreamed of yet. Your contribution, no matter how big or small, will be woven into the very fabric of Autonomous. This contest embodies our belief that true decentralization is achieved through mass participation. We're not just paying lip service to the idea of community, we're putting the power in your hands to shape the future of this network. And of course, there are prizes up for grabs. Now, let's talk about how you can seize this historic opportunity. So, data specifications. Your submissions should be between 1 kilobyte and 1 gigabyte in size. This gives you the flexibility to be concise or expansive in your vision. Remember, this data will be part of our blockchain forever, so make it count. The submission process, you need to head over to our Discord server, look for the Genesis seed data channel. This is where the magic happens. You need to create a new post in that channel. This is your stage to shine upon. In your post, include a detailed description of your data. What is it? Why does it matter? Explain the significance of your data. How does it relate to our community, to the broader ecosystem of AI and blockchain? Don't forget to include the file itself or a preview of it. Of course, we've got some content guidelines. We invite you to be creative, be bold, be original. This is your chance to leave your mark. However, keep it legal and respectful. We want to inspire future generations, not raise eyebrows. Your data should respect privacy and intellectual property rights. Let's build on a foundation of integrity, please. Timeline. The contest is already underway, but don't worry, you haven't missed your chance. You have until the end of October the 4th, 2024, and that's midnight UTC, to submit your entry. After that, our community will have the chance to vote on their favorites until October the 9th. So there's a 5-day voting period. Voting and selection. The community favorite will be decided by the number of autonomous logo reactions on the proposal. We'll also have team favorite and ambassador favorite categories. So there's plenty of opportunities to win. And even if you don't win, remember, being part of the Genesis data is a prize in itself. Okay, so now that we've got a handle on how things work, I want to take a minute to highlight some submissions that have caught our eye. Submissions so far, I hasten to add. First, one of our ambassadors, Vexa, very active in our community. I'd imagine that if you're in Discord, you know Vexa. He suggested that we put the Wolfenstein 3D code into the seed data. For those in our audience who may be too young to know, this game was our Call of Duty back in the day. I know I lost many happy afternoons playing this game. The code was made open source by the owners back in 1995, and the source and compiled code add up to just 1.1 megabytes in size. So we're all good on the rules. That's a great submission, Vexa. Thank you. Under that, we, of course, have a cat picture. I think we can all acknowledge that any data set with the gravitas of the mainnet seed data requires at least one cat picture, and hopefully we will be no exception. Thanks for the submission, King. Below that, there's a suggestion from Tior that we include the whole subspace protocol code in the seed data. Of course, we are an open source project, so no worries on copyright issues there. I personally love this idea and appreciate the recursive nature of the code being responsible for etching itself into history. Absolutely wonderful. Finally, the image on the left there was submitted by Bing Bang, another ambassador. In the accompanying notes, it's described as a symbolic scene where Frank Rosenblatt, the pioneer of artificial intelligence and creator of the perceptron, is seen passing the torch of knowledge to Autonomous. That is just an excerpt from a wonderful submission from Bing Bang. It's quite lengthy, but it's a wonderful read. So hit now right on the head there, Bing Bang. And of course, that image that you can see there, it doesn't really do it justice. So please do check it and the other submissions out in the #Genesis Seed Data channel on Discord. I'm sure you'll find something to inspire you there. Okay, so I called this slide how to enter, how not to enter, but I have to come clean that I missed my opportunity to demonstrate the latter. So first of all, if you want to participate, please join our Discord. You can see the link above, autonomous.xyz/Discord. Once you're in, navigate to that Genesis Seed Data channel and you'll be able to find all the current submissions. There's also a pin post in there which will link you to the detailed rules on the forum. Now, the space below was held to provide an example of something that would not make the grade. Unfortunately, the post has been deleted, but it was submitted by our very own developer community manager, Emil. He's currently running the slides for this call. And full disclosure, he's fiddled with my notes here. Because why do I mention his submission? Well, I wanted to highlight a great idea that falls foul of the rules. Emil's idea was to back up the entirety of Time magazine. That's a really solid submission, of course. That's a great data set. But unfortunately, their back catalogue runs to over 300 gigabytes in size. We only need between 20 to 25 gigabytes for the seed data. So unfortunately, we had to disqualify the submission. Sorry, Emil. And yeah, he's left me a note saying that, suggesting that I just can't let that one go. It's a shame you deleted it, Emil. Otherwise, we could have completed your humiliation. Apologies, but you made a great example. Okay, so what can you win? So outside of immortality, of course, what can you win to improve this lifetime? Well, how about exclusive limited edition legacy merchandise? As you can see from the slide, there are a number of pieces available that Ryan, Macy, and myself have been cooking up. We've created exclusive limited edition autonomous merchandise that truly captures the essence of this momentous occasion. These aren't just prizes, they're artifacts from the birth of a new era in blockchain technology. Clothing in the form of hoodies, t-shirts, and a spiffy fleece jacket. I don't think I'm overstating the situation when I drop that word. There's also 2 different kinds of hat available depending on your preference. Finally, there's an awesome water bottle that allows you to relive the Gemini era while staying hydrated in both glass half full and glass half empty configurations. And we're actually going to take a closer look now. You can see Chris is up on stage. We've brought him out so everyone can see him for once, because he's going to give us a bit of a deep dive on this legacy merch. Chris, do you mind taking it away?
Absolutely, Jim. Yeah, thanks so much. So as Jim just mentioned, this is limited edition legacy merchandise. So this is exclusive to people who have joined us on this journey. This collection was designed to give our community something really special and commemorative as a thank you for your contributions. So each item from this collection is made from the highest quality materials we could find with unique nods to our history. So the pieces are limited edition. So if we talk first about the back design here for the legacy hoodie and the shirt, some of you can probably pinpoint the inspiration for this piece. It is none other than the Space Acres installation image. So this features the hoodie and t-shirt feature the Autonomous Network icon on the moon with the Subspace Legacy icon on the distant planet in the top right. So as you can see, the Gemini constellation here in this image, this is the top left with the active years of the Gemini testnets from 2022 to 2024 clearly placed on the tractor license plate. So for these things, everything's made from the highest quality material we could find, 100% cotton face, 3-panel hood for a sleek finish. And the embroidered details are just as good. I mean, on the right wrist, you're going to find the Subspace Legacy icon representing where we began. And on the left wrist, the Autonomous icon is embroidered, symbolizing where we're going. So let's move on to the heritage mesh back farmer hat and the Space Daddy cap. I know it is an open debate who the original Space Daddy is, but I think we all have our guesses. But in any event, both of these are made from premium materials and have the embroidered Autonomous logo and icon on the front. The farmer hat has a mesh back with an adjustable snap strap, and the Space Daddy cap has an adjustable strap with an antique buckle, and the Subspace logo is embroidered on the back. So I think it's really a special piece in the collection. If we move forward, I want to talk a little bit about the Testnet Timeline water bottle. This is an absolute must-have. This durable 25-ounce water bottle features the Gemini Testnet timeline, as you guys might recognize, marking key moments in the testnet history. There's 2 variations of this one with mainnet at the top and the other with mainnet at the bottom. So it caters to those of you who see the glass as half empty or half full. As we move on here, let's talk a little bit about the Legacy Fleece Jacket. This might be my favorite from the collection. These are awesome fleece jackets. We've made a lot of merch over the years, and the embroidery on this and the quality is unmatched. So as you can see, simple design with the Autonomous logo embroidered on the right chest and a Legacy Subspace icon embroidered on the left wrist. So really excited. The merch site's going to be updated with the Legacy collection for the community to view tomorrow. So be sure to check the links and stay tuned. But yeah, Jim, back to you.
Thanks, Chris. Yeah, some great little details there. Macy's done a wonderful job. There's plenty of Easter eggs in there. And I'm actually seeing some Slack messages pop up that our CTO, Jeremy, is keen to get his hands on one of those trucker caps. We all know from DevSync that he's a big fan of those. Okay, thanks, Chris. Right. So a little bit of admin, as you can see, kind of from the slide. As promised, we have a very special souvenir for those who have joined us today for Autonomys Unveiled. This is a proof of attendance protocol, or POAP, which is available for the first 200 call participants who claim it. The claim process is simple. First, you need to download the POAP app if you don't already have it, then click on the Mint button. You select the secret word. my notes are wrong, and then you enter the words can-back-watch. Then you just got to sit back, wait for the minting process to complete, and enjoy your exclusive memento. And again, it's a wonderful design, which has got lots of nods back to the journey we've been on during the Gemini era. So moving on, as we close out our event today, our Autonomys Unveiled event, I can't help but feel we're standing on the brink of something truly extraordinary. The legacy you've all contributed to will be what carries us forward to Mainnet. And as we said earlier, this is the legacy we begin our Mainnet journey with. If this is what we achieved in the testing grounds, I can only imagine what we'll accomplish together in the next phase. And there's so much ahead, of course. With the white paper release, the launch of Mainnet Phase-1, and 4 days left in the Genesis data contest, we now have the opportunity to turn our legacy into legend. We're also excited to officially announce that the Mainnet Big Splash kicks off on October the 7th. Full details will follow. We've been working on that in ecosystem. Really excited to get that unveiled a week today. So watch this space. In addition, we'll be attending DevCon 7 in Bangkok. We'd love to connect with as many of you as possible while we're there. And of course, further out, we will be delivering Mainnet Phase 2, which is currently scheduled for Q1 2025. As we part ways today, I want to leave you with one final message. Autonomous Network is not only striving to solve the most prominent problems of the decentralized world today, but to create an environment that will truly foster the unimaginable possibilities and innovations of tomorrow. Thanks for joining us on this journey. And thank you for joining us for Autonomys Unveiled and for being an integral piece of the Autonomous Network, the foundation layer for AI 3.0. Goodbye for now. Thanks, everyone. Oh, I'm going to invite Todd on the stage. So Todd is actually at an event with Messari. I hate Todd.
Hi, everybody. Just wanted to give a quick shout out. Autonomous is here at the Messari Mainnet Conference. I want to thank everyone for joining today's call. We'll be here busy networking with our partners, preparing for Mainnet Phase-1. Very exciting times here as we continue pushing forward to these milestones. So we look forward to sharing more updates soon and more updates from Messari for sure. So thank you. Take care, everybody.
Thanks, Todd. Okay, I think on that note, we really can shut down. Again, thanks for joining us, everyone, today. And you can catch us in Discord, on the forum, on Telegram, all of our socials. If you want to follow us on Twitter, we are at AutonomousNet. It'd be wonderful to throw us a follow and even really share any content that resonates. Thanks very much. Cheers, guys.